My friends are alarmed. Many are scared. Many are afraid. And that is exactly the point that Trump is trying to do. It's exactly his aim is to put us all into fear. What happens when you go into fear is that you go into your lizard brain. You go into your very basic functioning of your brain where you're either in fight or flight, and you no longer have the full expanse of your intellectual capacity to think through problems, to reason, to come up with new ways to both see your reality and to react to what's happening around you. You tend to make very split second decisions that are based solely on survival and not about long term strategy of how to move forward. Sometimes the best thing to do is to take a breath, to take a moment. I think we have to realize as conscious people right now that there are a lot of things that are not out of our hands for the moment. But if Trump has taught us one thing, he has taught us that intention and focus and languaging are incredibly important and powerful tools that can be used to create the reality that you wish to have. And we can take that as a lessons too, because he doesn't have the monopoly on that. Each one of us within our own psyche, within our own brain, have the capability of having our own intention, our own focus, our own mindset, creating very clear languaging around what it is that we so desire, and to get really set and firm in it. I think it's time to let go of a lot of the niceties. I'm still seeing many of my friends who are trying to still play nice. They're still trying to be the super mindful thing where they're trying to placate both sides. It's clearly a time to decide. It's clearly a time to decide where we are. There are many bodies that are on the line. Those people of color, immigrants, transgender people, and for myself, even gay and lesbian people, those who identify as queer. Also, women will eventually be on the chopping block. Those bodies are actually on the line. And when I say those bodies, I'm talking about bodily, they are on the line. Right now, there are people who were undocumented immigrants who were here in the country who are now, who knows where they are, who absolutely knows, and horrid plans are set up for them. Transgender people have already been written off the rolls. I have people that I know that are transgender who had already changed their status, and now because of that change in status are no longer able to get new passports. And on top of that, even if they say, well, look, go ahead and let me have the passport in my original gender, they're still unable to get their passports. And that's a big question to me. Why are we not allowing these people who we obviously don't want in this country to get a passport and leave? What could possibly be afoot? That's something I might talk about later. But what I really want to talk about is this idea that fear is the whole point. Disgust is the whole point. Putting us into that mind frame where we think we don't have any other options. Because then what will happen, and we're already kind of seeing it happen, Trump will move in as like Big Daddy Trump, who gets everything fixed and takes away the pain. It's what happens in the different types ideas of when you are taken hostage, of how the people that are being held hostage eventually start going along with those that are holding them captive. It's exactly what happens in that mind frame. We have to stay ever mindful that that is what's happening. Stay ever intentional about what our focus is. Use the correct languaging that helps to propel our ideas and what we want. You have to keep in mind that I truly believe it's a minority that is happy right now, but it's a very loud minority. And we need to get loud as well. So I'm asking anybody out there who has a mindset that what is happening is wrong. What is happening is so clearly wrong in this country. There's not even it's hard to even list anymore all the things that are happening right now at lightning speed that are horrifying and that will hurt and have already hurt many, many people. Never forget that there was not one single air crash during the Biden administration when Pete Buttigieg was in charge as a Secretary of Transportation. Not a single airplane crash. And with under 2 weeks in his new administration, because of his firing of key roles and not hiring into key roles in our aviation safety, 2 major airplane crashes. 2. If that doesn't exemplify what this next 4 years is going to be like. And not only that, there wasn't even any empathy for those people. No empathy, no time of mourning, no call to fly the flag at half staff, nothing. Nothing was called for. Not a single thing. In fact, when asked if Trump would co-visit the site, he asked, "No, what do you expect me to go swim?" What a cold, incredibly cold response from someone who we as the people have hired to be our servant, because that's what a president is. That's what anybody is who is in government service. They are at our service. That's what they're supposed to be. That's how it's built. It's not a kingship, and he's not the one that just gets to be in charge and make everything happen. But he is bold, he is fast, he's clear in his languaging, he's focused, and he's intentional. And that is something that's very powerful in this world. And we all need to take that script for ourselves. And we all have the same power. And if we all combine together with the same focus and the intention and clear languaging, we can make anything happen. And we can finally bring this world to a world of joy and peace and love and expansion for everyone, which is what I wish. I will strive to, and I don't think I have, called anybody any names or label somebody as something less than for however they might believe or vote. I believe in everybody's full humanity. I believe in everybody's part in the divine order. But I also do not agree with everybody's opinion or where they are. And I also create parameters where I no longer have to be around or in those people's spheres. It's very clear for us to listen to people, to understand who they are, to see them fully, and to let them know, because of your opinions, because of what you say, I know that I am not safe near you. You can let them know very clearly that because of what they say, I am no longer safe in your space, and therefore I get to make the choice that you are no longer near me. Now, that is definitely something that is a great privilege to be able to do that. Not everyone is able to do it, but please do it the best that you can. Limit those people who you are no longer safe around to the very best you can. It's time for us to get intentional, focused, and as strong as we can, emotionally, mentally, physically, financially. Find your people. Find people you're safe with online or in person. Connect with those people and do what you can to stay mindful and joyful and realize you've got this. We've all got this. Until later, love, peace, and release.